And in the U.S., stock futures are struggling for direction on Friday, but headed for a weekly win as investors keep an eye on rising government bond yields and focused on a fresh batch of earnings. The Dow Jones Industrial Average futures rose 0.02%, while the S&P 500 futures added 0.11% to 2,696. The Nasdaq 100 futures was down 0.02%. And the negativity on Wall Street flowed through to Asian markets on Friday, with regional stock indexes ending the day moderately lower amid declines in the technology sector. The Nikkei 225 slipped 0.13% as semiconductor companies declined, while financials and utilities mostly rose. South Korea's benchmark Kospi index edged down 0.39%, and Australia's S&P ASX 200 finished the day lower by 0.21%. Greater China markets also recorded declines, with Hong Kong Hang Seng Index shedding 0.67%. Mainland markets saw steeper falls, with the Shanghai Composite losing 1.47%, closing at 3,071.47, and the Shenzhen Composite lost 2%, ending at 1,778.34. Away from the markets now to Nigeria, where telecom giant MTN Group is briefing analysts from top global investment banks and other stakeholders on its upcoming Nigeria unit IPO in Lagos. The closed-door meeting also includes Nigerian firms selected as financial advisors and brokers to the share offering. Well, this may replace plans by MTN to hold international roadshows for the Nigerian offering. Sources say the MTN Nigeria IPO may happen in the final week in July to early August, while the Nigerian Stock Exchange listing may hold between the third quarter and the fourth quarter of 2018. And one of Nigeria's largest commercial lenders, Zenith Bank, has announced a 150 kobo earnings per share in the first quarter of 2018, showing a 26.1% increase over a year ago. The report shows the lender posted a 14.5% in gross income, a 20.8% rise in interest income, and a net profit of 14.09 billion naira, higher than the first quarter of last year by 25.5%. Zenith Bank then reported a higher cost-to-income level of 52.2% as operating expenses races ahead to 52.2%. The role of technology in developing countries was part of the issues being discussed at the ongoing spring meetings of the IMF and the World Bank. The World Bank Group President Jim Yong-Kim led a conversation with LinkedIn Chief Executive Officer Jeff Weiner and investor and philanthropist Tony Elumelu, the founder of the Tony Elumelu Foundation, as part of the Digital Economy for Africa event.
How do you see big trends in digital economy? I know that you're really focused on the future of work, which is really important for us. So what's your sense of how technology might have an impact in developing countries? And also, what's the role of LinkedIn? I know you guys are in so many different countries now. What's your sense? I always ask questions like, is technology going to destroy developing countries, or is technology going to help developing countries leapfrog into the next generation?
For us, and Jim and I were just talking about this previously, there's a lot of unanswered questions. I think anyone who would tell you that they have all the answers needs to be, I think, interpreted through some of the skeptical lens, because there's just so much change happening right now, and the pace of change continues to accelerate. What we do have is data that we didn't have previously. And we're in a position now, for the first time, not just LinkedIn, but other platforms, other companies, governments around the world, are in a position where they can start to get ahead of these trends in a way that just wasn't possible previously. So at LinkedIn, our vision is to create economic opportunity for every member of the global workforce. There are over 3 billion people in the global workforce. And the way in which we believe we can make this happen starts with what we call the economic graph. And the economic graph is a mechanism through which we can digitally map the global economy across 6 different pillars. We'd like there to ultimately be a profile on LinkedIn for every member of the global workforce. There's 3 billion people, I said it earlier. We'd like there to be a profile for every company that exists in the world, as many as 60 million plus companies, we include small and medium-sized businesses. We'd like there to be a digital representation of every job that is accessible, that is open. There's as many as 20 million of those jobs digitally accessible today. We want there to be a digital representation for every skill required to obtain those jobs, and ultimately all the coursework necessary to acquire those jobs offered by those companies. A digital representation for every higher educational organization, vocational training facility in the world that offers those skills. And then lastly, a mechanism similar to what we were just describing with our influencer here, a publishing platform that enables every individual company and university to share professionally relevant information and knowledge. And as a result of putting this economic graph together, we can actually look through the flow of intellectual capital, working capital, human capital, and where it's best leveraged. And we can start to do things like pick a locality anywhere in the world, understand the fastest growing jobs within that locality, the skills necessary to prepare for those available jobs, the aggregate skills of the workforce within that locality. We can measure the gap. We can start to get ahead of those trends so that we're providing governments and higher education organizations, vocational training facilities, junior colleges, the data they need to create just-in-time curriculum.
Still ahead on the program, Sub-Saharan Africa's growth is projected to reach 3.1% in 2018. Do you stay with us?